We have always been terrible at hiring developers. We don't know what skills are genuinely important, and if we did, we wouldn't know how to test for them. Now add AI into the equation, and like the DORA reports keep saying, the problem is amplified, turned up to 11. What is the developer recruitment process like in 2026? What has changed and what hasn't? Welcome to the Modern Software Engineering channel, where we like to rant about the state of the technology world and even sometimes suggest better ways of doing things. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoy a rant or two. I'm Trisha Gee, and I was recently laid off because apparently AI can do my job. So now I'm on the lookout for a new job, and it's clear to me that the tech recruitment game is changing even as I record this video. I asked on social media for developers' experiences trying to find a job at the moment, spoke to developers I met at conferences and user groups, and I've compiled 5 trends that pop up. 1. There are fewer jobs than before. Well, duh, you might say. The news is full of big tech laying off thousands of developers, so there are more developers competing for fewer jobs. However, there are developer jobs. More than I expected. More than I've seen on previous job hunts, actually, probably because there are more remote jobs and more jobs here in Spain, where I live. So maybe graduates can't expect a 6-figure salary job with a big tech company, but that doesn't mean there's nothing out there. You might have to set your expectations slightly differently, but different is not automatically bad. Number 2, hiring organisations are seeing an order of magnitude more applicants for each position. I've heard stories of job openings that traditionally attracted 30 applicants getting 300 applicants. I know some roles that are getting thousands, if not tens of thousands of applicants. Traditional hiring processes, particularly at the smaller firms that don't have dedicated recruitment folks, can't cope with these volumes. You might not realise that at small tech firms, they tend to rely on some poor 9-to-5 developer setting aside 30 minutes a week to skim through some CVs or resumes and to decide who gets a phone screen. If you're getting 300 applications instead of 30, this is no longer possible. Many companies are turning to AI to help them do the screening. More on this later. This video is brought to you by sponsors Equal Experts, Transfic and Octopus Deploy, and through the support of our Patreon members who we love and would like to thank. These sponsors all have products and services which are extremely well aligned with what we talk about on this channel. Please take a look at the links in the description below. Number 3. Hiring organisations are genuinely worried about AI applicants. A company I recently worked with put in place a number of serious measures to try to prevent the case of accidentally hiring an AI applicant, which might be controlled by an unfriendly government. I thought this was an unlikely scenario, but I've since heard this is a genuine threat, particularly for companies that hire a lot of remote developers who you might not meet in person. Hiring organisations are scared enough of this threat of deepfake AI applicants to change their hiring processes to try and prevent it. I'm really concerned, however, that it's much more likely to make it more difficult for some really great candidates to make it through the process. Number 4, AI dominates hiring. Not only the threat of AI applicants, not only because your experience needs to look AI heavy if you're to get a technical job pretty much anywhere, but also because companies are using AI to screen your applications and you're using AI to tailor your CV and your cover letter. I've heard that the AI screening process looks for applications that exactly match the job's description. I guess the justification is A, we have a lot of applicants so we can find the best fit, and B, everyone's tailoring their CV using AI, so they should be able to showcase their skills that best fit the job. We've entered into an AI arms race, where we have to get past the AI gatekeepers. I've also heard that the AI models don't like each other. So if you've used Claude to help you write your CV or to complete your application, and they're using some variant of Codex, for example, to screen the applications, you'll be rejected because Codex doesn't like content created by Claude. This whole thing strikes me as ridiculous. Surely the process should be weeding out AI applicants and AI-generated applications, yet the only applications that are going to perfectly fit a job description will have been written by robots, not by real people. I'm tempted to train my own model to look for imperfect applicants. They're much more likely to be human. Not to mention the fact that job descriptions are really a nice to have, and that a bit of variety in our people leads to better team outcomes. Number 5. Because of everything I've mentioned so far, applying to a role through the correct channels is almost entirely useless. Referrals and knowing someone on the inside is required. It's just too hard to get your CV through the application process gauntlet. The more human you are, the less likely you are to get through. On top of that, if you're looking for senior or leadership roles like I am, you need a company to see you as a human being and see how you fit the holes that exist inside the organization. An application form, a 2-page CV or resume is useless at representing how our round peg fits into your round hole. Mostly because you don't have a round hole, you have a series of wibbly gaps that need someone with a weird blend of experience to flow into, but your job application process is representing it as a round hole and a series of bullet point responsibilities. Anyway, I digress. I have had zero success applying for jobs via LinkedIn or a company's official process, even when I also had an inside referral. I feel like the machine swallowed the application without so much as a sigh, and I'm not the only one to have this experience. All my interviews so far have come from knowing someone directly or from people being familiar with the things that I've done, like videos for this channel. I have a whole conference talk where I discuss this topic if you're interested. I don't feel like the AI arms race is sustainable, but perhaps this is a case of recruiters and applicants learning to find the right balance. In the past, I've written about how you need to write a CV that appeals to the machines and the search engines that you need to get past, and appeals to the human reviewers, both non-technical recruitment professionals and technical hiring managers. The next evolution might be working out how we, as applicants, can express ourselves fairly and get through the AI screening, and how recruitment AI techniques need to better identify humans versus AI applicants and embrace the imperfect fit of a human CV against some aspirational job description. I've only just dipped my toe in the ocean that is the modern technical recruitment process, and my personal experiences and those of the people I've spoken to so far won't match everyone's. Here on the Modern Software Engineering channel, we really want to hear your experiences. Please leave a comment below if you're looking for a technical role right now. What have you observed so far? Is it different to any previous job searches? If this is the first time you're looking, I'm so sorry for you. Can you also let us know how you're finding it? Is there anything surprising or puzzling about how to get a developer job in 2026? I also want to hear a lot more about the interview process. Many folks I spoke to hadn't even got to the interview process because of all the reasons I just mentioned. Some folks did tell me the ratio of interviews and offers they've had versus the number of applications, which was depressing reading. You need to apply to way more jobs in 2026, but didn't give me an insight into the interviews they had had. So I want to hear more about the experiences people are having during the interview process. What sorts of questions are you getting? Is it all about AI experience? Are people still doing whiteboard coding exercises, or are they focused on different skills? I have also heard a couple of stories from people that were interviewed by an AI, and these stories were not terribly encouraging. So please share yours with me. And finally, I also really want to hear from people who are responsible for hiring developers. What are you seeing? I've heard of some people saying the standard of developers is lower than they expected. Are you hiring software engineers? Have you changed what you're looking for in a developer since AI became widespread? Has your process changed? And what sort of challenges are you facing? And of course, we welcome any other comments as usual. There are links to further information in the description for this video, including links to some of the resources I mentioned, links to our sponsors, and a link to our Patreon community. If you want to show us support and receive extras for being part of our community, Patreon is the place to be. And thank you if you are already a Patreon member. Thanks for watching.